had guys do this before. Go ahead and take your ball. You are not going to like this.
It's just telling us that.
Yeah. Move your blanket off your chair. You're going to set the ball on here. This is going to go on the pelvic floor. Okay? So you're going to sit and you're going to put it right there. It is not comfortable. Oh, wow. I am way far away. I need to fix that, but I will. Okay? Yeah.
We gotta sit on the
Yes, it's going to go right where your pelvic floor is. Okay? So, anatomically, it's behind the scrotum before the anus. Okay? We got that, right? Now you're going to try and lift away from that. Try to lift up and away. For women, it's much easier, especially if we've had babies. Okay? Try to lift up. That's the start of it. Go ahead and you can get up. You don't have to stay there. I'm not a Nazi torture chamber. Okay?
This isn't gonna get sucked in, is it?
No, but that's the muscle, and that floor is huge. Okay? It's a muscle this big, or can be, you know, and it's like the diaphragm, where the muscle fibers go like this in. So it can pull up, and that's what you're looking for. The minute, and go ahead, you can lose you don't have to sit on the ball. Come to the edge of your chair, lift up that pelvic floor, okay? Feel that lift up. You'll automatically feel this tighten. It's an automatic. And if you get high enough with that feeling, I feel it clear up into here, the lift. It's not still the pelvic floor, but it's all those other muscles. This is what tends to happen. We start to lift up that pelvic floor, right? We just get, you gotta let this all relax while that's still lifting. And then you do all this wrap work. Remember the corset? I've never worn a corset. Go ahead and release. But I've seen them and I've read about them. And they were this, right? And then they had little holes to tighten. And then just tighten and tighten. And you'd hold on to a bed rail or something, a door, and they would tighten and pull that back. Now, I would hate to have to wear one of those, but the muscle is designed to do just that, okay? So, take a deep breath, let everything go. Sag your shoulders, okay? This is what, just sag and just sit, okay? This is what we normally do. There is nothing going on in here, okay? I want you to think about the organs that are inside.
Well, gravity is just pulling everything.
Yeah, gravity just is, and we love, and I'm sorry, if I'm watching a movie on a couch, I want to focus on that, right? And there's nothing wrong with having that relaxation. But if that's all we do, then we're going to have juicy, we call them juicy in our house. Juicy, they're not taut, they're not firm, okay? So I learned this clear back when I was dancing in college. I didn't learn it in high school, but I learned in college to have that. And then when I started singing and understanding the tone of your voice changes. Now, let me see if I can do it. La 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 la. You can hear a little bit of a change. It becomes a prettier sound. It's richer when you use all those core muscles. Okay. So, yeah.
Is that what they call Kegels?
Kegels are, we use those, women use them when they're pregnant to get ready for delivery. It's deeper than a Kegel. A Kegel is just to stop the sphincter of your ureter, okay, which is where we pee. Anatomically.
Oh, men have that problem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But your anatomical is different.
Yes.
Okay. So that using of that muscle. So I have literally read a book. It's called Mula Bandha. I've seen it spelled both ways, M-U-L-A and M-O-O-L-A, Mula Bandha. Bandha means a lock. The locks are designed, this is very simplistic, are designed to keep your energy here. There is a pelvic floor lock, there's an abdominal lock, there's a neck lock, and then there's all three of them together, okay? They are designed to keep your energy within. Now, you don't have to stay like this all the time. I mean, you just can't live like this, right? But to have the ability to just pull and release and pull and release. If you don't practice it, you won't have the capacity, right? Okay. All right. Let me put up my hair. Okay. Great question. Does that make sense on this? And so I literally, okay, we're working from the inside out. You can diet, you can lose weight, you can do all those kind of things, okay, and have a flat stomach and have no core muscle. Okay, so we're working from the inside. God created this most amazing body, guys. So here's your bone structure, okay? Then you have muscle, okay? You've got first muscle right, just holding the bones in place. And up the spine, there's little tiny erector spinae muscle. They just go like this all the way up the spine, they're little ones, okay? And that's helping hold in between the discs. And there's always this opposition against gravity, always. And I know that you know there's a scripture that says opposition in all things. It includes the physical body. Okay. Then you have the transverse abdominis, which muscle, okay, muscle contracts where the fibers are, the direction the fibers move. The transverse abdominis muscle, there's a fascia plate, and then you have this. Now I want you to think about tightening that. If you're squeezing that, you are narrowing. Okay, that's the corset muscle. Then you have layers of muscle that do this. And those help you do this, and this, and this. And then you have the rectus abdominis that goes like this, and it's massive, okay? And it's where you get your six-pack if you develop that one, okay? But it's what helps you here and here. On the back, you have different muscles as well. You've got your latissimus dorsi, you've got all of these. Go ahead and grab your blanket and put it back, okay? So,
Sorry, I was just a little bit.
I know, you can feel it, can't you? So, as we work, okay, we really are trying to just understand. So, that's why I have you sit right on the very edge. If you sit right on the very edge of that chair and that blanket, you sit a little more upright. Okay, if you'll take and put your hands on the chair, lift your rear end up, stick it back, plant it, and then kind of roll forward, you'll feel yourself right on top of those sit bones. And when you get right on top of those, you do not watch a movie like this, not very often. You don't really sit at a sewing machine like this. And you don't sit at the piano like this. And this doesn't happen very often. And I remember when I started doing meditation with yoga, and I started learning this, it was like right here would get so fatigued. I just have to, oh my gosh, relax, and then come back in. So that's normal, okay? Beautifully done. Let's pause for just a moment. Before we do the balls under our feet, we've done a lot of talking about this core. Will you, with your breath, try to lengthen the spine on an inhale. And on the exhale, just feel, you don't have to put your fingers there, but feel that tightening. And then release. The next inhale, go long again. And this time on the exhale, pull the pelvic floor up and then tighten. And then release. Take another inhale, lengthen. Pelvic floor lifts. Tighten through the waistline, tighten through the rib cage, and now feel a little gentle pull towards the back side of the body. And release. And inhale. On the exhale, the pelvic floor comes up tight and pull back with the corset. Just get a little tighter. And release. Inhale again. Lengthen. Pelvic floor lifts. Pull the belly, pull the rib cage, pull back and hold. And release. We'll do one more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tighten, lift pelvic floor, fill low belly, fill rib cage, fill the corset. Forward, hold and go a little tighter, and release. And breathe normal. Lean forward. Beautifully done, okay? So that is going to be the very best thing you can do if you want. And I'm sorry, if you've had lots of babies, you're going to have a little bit of this. And if you're a man, that is where ours come here, you guys get it here, okay? So, and as we age, oh, my daughter, I've told you this, haven't I, about I've got one, my youngest is a CrossFit coach. So she does all the heavy lifting. And she was seeing all this sagginess, and she's like, oh, Mom, you just need to lift weights and fill in. I'm like, that's not gonna happen, babe. It won't fill in. It will just sag around the muscle, because that's what it does. So, yeah, take one more pause, hold still. Will you please just offer a little prayer of gratitude? We say prayer and we think it's got to be religious. No, it is an offering. This body is a gift. Take some deep breaths. Feel it move with your breath and just feel that gratitude just infuse. It's our last day of November this year. The last time, it's not the last time we think about gratitude. Take a couple of breaths with audible exhales. Do about 4 more. Notice what happens with the body as you breathe. Feel the peace, kind of the calming sensation. This is number 3. Letting go. Last one. And then just with your eyes closed, palms either on the thighs, they can face up. I love to put mine kind of in my lap, one hand on the other. Sit up, but don't make it musculature. I mean, it's going to be musculature because we're using our muscles, but sit up, just sit up. Try to stack one vertebrae on the other. And again, okay, this is the difference between a regular exercise and yoga. The yoga, we are like, how do I feel? The yoga is all about, oh, I'm so grateful. Now, we can do this in a regular exercise, we just don't tend to do that. And then go ahead and blink open the eyes. Good morning. Reach up. Oh, okay, remember that analogy of that brand new baby? It can do anything. So will you find it? Ooh, don't you just love watching them squirm and stretch? Where do we lose that, right? So you just have to know, and Blair's used to it. This is my morning. This is my first thing in the morning. It's just, and then I get legs in there too. So get your legs in there, right? Get it up, yeah. And then again, we come back to, oh my gosh, thanks for this body, because the rest of the day, we're gonna feel, oh, ouch, that hip, or oh, my back, or oh, yeah, oh, my belly, whatever. Interlace the fingers. Go ahead and reach forward first. Let the shoulders come off the back. So when they come off the back, they pull forward and you actually round. Tuck your chin, reach forward. So feel the palms reaching. Will you pull back with the back? Ooh, yeah. Tuck your chin and then come all the way up. Go ahead and grab hold of the back of the chair. Remember, the shoulders love to do this, so we bend the elbows and pull them up and around. Try to squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then with the elbows bent, try to widen. You can bend the elbows wide if that helps. Tuck your chin. Take some deep breaths, feeling that neck. And then go ahead and lift the chin even higher. Now this can get into the low back, so inhale up. As you exhale, pull the pelvic floor, pull the core of the body, all that work we've already done, and open. Use the elbows pulling back, and then release. So when we do back bends like that, right, we don't get into the back. And we do, but we don't get, it doesn't cause us pain. Okay, so if it's causing us pain, you're going to try and lengthen a little more. Okay, I'd like you to feel as if you're going to go up and then you're going to set your shoulder blades on a shelf that's just, it's up about an inch. You got to reach them, one shoulder blade, then the other shoulder blade, and then you're going to rest them there. Okay, yeah, then pull that pelvic floor up, tighten all of this muscle, and then lift your head. There's a little back bend going on there. And then you can release, yeah. So there's nothing wrong. We want to have this range of motion. We want to be able to move that way. Ooh, just, okay, go ahead and come back up. Go side to side, okay? Take a twist. Feel what that spine can do. Okay, so normally, and we've talked about this, our activity is this way almost always anymore. We get, and it's not just because we're older. Okay, if you're not doing anything that requires this, can I tell you how sore I've been here playing pickleball? It's like, so find that, right? Now, I can't remember who was telling me this. It was somebody's mother. Do you remember how I used to talk? We had bum races in the auditorium when we were at dance rehearsals. Because there'd be lots of time you're not on stage and you're trying to keep warm. And an auditorium was usually like this. And so we'd go backwards and race on our bums up. Just doing this. Yeah, yes. Anyway, she was telling me that her mom used to do that all the time. That was the only exercise she ever saw her mom doing. And I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, oh, well, we're in good company. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Okay, find that new baby again. Oh, what would that new baby want to do? Maybe you need to close your eyes so that you don't feel ridiculous, right? What would that new baby want? Has it been too long since you've, what is this body asking of me? Okay, go ahead and roll through those shoulders. Find that backstroke.
You must feel good after being so confined for so long.
I know. You think that, huh? And I feel it though. Don't you feel it? As we move like this, my body just goes, oh, thank you. And go forward. Make it reach up a little bit more. Yeah, bend your elbows because that takes a little bit of your shoulder out of the way. The minute we do the whole shoulder, we engage this. We're still using it, but we're kind of using more back and rib cage. Now come down, keep reaching forward with your elbow. If you need to see, I'm doing it, okay? So you're just reaching and reaching. Feel the stretch along the spine. And then and try to get your whole body down on your legs. If you can't get down that low, grab a block, put it up, come over it, and let yourself hang. In fact, do the block anyway, because it gets you deeper into your low back. You should feel pretty good on your low back. If you got a belly or boobs in the way, guess what? You're just pushing them up and over. They'll move. Breathe. Tuck your chin and let yourself hang. Get heavy in your hips. Get heavy in your waistline. Let your chin and then breathe. Feel that low back and the mid back expand. And see if you can breathe and just make them expand more. So the inhale just feels. We have cut off the front side of the body and we're making the back side of the body more open for breathing. Inhale. And exhale. Now on this next inhale, just lengthen. And on the exhale, can you pull the pelvic floor up? You can't really feel the belly pull back much, but you can feel the pelvic floor lift and you feel a deeper stretch. And then use your hands on your thighs to bring yourself back up. Oh, okay. So just like, if that's all we did, you can feel that, right? Okay. So I want you to think about a couple of things. When we use this pelvic floor the way we've been practicing today, okay, what is that lift of the pelvic floor going to do for the sacrum? Most of our low back is between the sacrum. This is it. There's a joint here and there's a joint here, bringing this hip into the spine and this hip into the spine, and then we feel it in the low back. Right here is about where the S1 and the L5 meet, and then you have L4, 3, 2, and that's where we have most of our injury. This is where you feel most of. If you pull a pelvic floor up, what's going to happen to this? You're going to feel it spread, okay? Because you're creating, the pelvic floor's down here. If I'm trying to lift it up, I'm creating more width here. I'm pulling something up in between that isn't there, okay? And it's just this energetic lift, okay? It's one of the very best things you can do for your low back and your sacrum, okay? Go ahead and plant a block. Take it off to the side. Let's get into our hips, okay? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, same, new baby, okay? Find this movement. Yeah, we're up. It takes a little bit of energy. You're pushing down into your foot. Kind of see, you can do totally just upper body here, but maybe you can actually tip and tuck the tailbone. Okay, as you tip and tuck that tailbone, okay, you're going to massage in the hip. Can you feel that? Yeah. Now, try to make a circle. Oh, that feels awkward. It's okay. I know, awkward is the name of the game. And then pause. You're now going to try and take the knee that way. So yours is going to go like through the window. Try to take the knee and pull. Go ahead and lift up a little bit on this side. So you're putting some weight here. See if you can just kind of lengthen that away. Use your hands over here to pull, and then pull the knee away. Oh, I don't know about you, but I feel that right through here, and it feels fabulous. And then release, pull this hip back down, and then we just go side to side with them. The things I do, just like, this side's getting a cramp, Deb. Yeah, when we don't work our muscles, okay? If you work your muscles and you're cramping, make sure that you've had water to drink this morning before you come. Get up, stand up. You have water? You're supposed to drink water.
I didn't drink.
You haven't drank anything? That should be a kind of a first thing in the morning, okay? Actually, Ayurvedically, the first thing I do is scrape my tongue. Okay, there's always a coating on it in the mornings. And I scrape it off. And I just use, you can use a spoon. I have a little, it's kind of shaped like this with a stick. It's an Then I drink my water. Okay, yeah. Okay, it actually, all that stuff goes down and causes more congestion. It's just an Ayurvedic trick. Okay, this foot is planting. Try to get the foot go straight forward. This one, okay? Lift this up with your hand. You can come underneath, you can come here, whatever feels good for you. And then you're just gonna find some range of motion here. Well, go both directions. And yeah, this is totally fine to do it, okay? And then hold it up in the middle, right here, both hands. Take it as close to your chest as you can get it, okay? And then you're just gonna hold onto the heel. You're not pulling the knee wide, you're just gonna bring it and plant. It's a little easier to get in that way after we've done that work. But if you have to use your legs, use your hand leg, totally works. Okay, lengthen up again. Okay, and come back down. Lengthen up. So it's not just the spine, okay? I'm trying to tuck my tailbone here, and then remember those sit bones sitting up so straight. I don't know about you, but I get the stretch there. Come around. Go ahead, flex this foot. Make it work because it's gonna protect this knee area from anything. You're gonna twist back over to this side. Hand can be here, it can be here, it can be here. Try to grab the chair. Now, we grab and immediately we torque the shoulders. Grab. Find it first here. So your right side is gonna go that way. And your left side is gonna pull back. And then the ribs, and then the shoulders. Look straight, breathe, and untwist. We're gonna go this way. One hand here, not on the knee, put it here. Other hand on the chair, right? Before you twist, make sure the shoulder, it loves to do this. I always try and show that, okay? Then the rib cage. So my left rib cage, this left side is moving this way. That side is moving back. And try to twist the ribs and the waistline. And then the shoulders. Breathe. Can you inhale? Can you exhale and pull up the pelvic floor? You feel, oh, I feel muscle. And come all the way back. You're gonna grab, hold, pick it up, go ahead and just extend it. Yeah. Now, sometimes we do knee circles. Can I tell you the knee is not meant to do a circle? It's a hinge joint. It's meant to do this, okay? Yeah, go ahead and pull it in a little closer. This, okay, we're trying to get closer and closer to our chest, to our waistline, okay? I want you to think about if you're walking, okay? This is lifting that leg. We are developing muscle here, and then release it, bring it down, and just shake it out. Let your whole body kind of just go. Move this over to the other side. Okay, and up it goes. Now, if you've got a hip that hurts, this is vital and can also be painful. Okay, yeah, take it wider, turn it out to the side a little more. There you go, turn it the top, yep, perfect. Okay, we're just right here. We start little. So just start, and it's not my body going up and down. I'm really trying to tuck my tailbone and untuck my tailbone. Tuck it under, so it's a pelvic movement. This movement, as we age, I found I was sliding off my chair. I got a little too close to the edge. So if that happens, just move it back, okay? This action, we want to be able to keep, okay? We don't want to lose that. All right, go ahead and push into this foot. Lift this hip, it's coming off. You're gonna reach, you're reaching the knee. Yours is towards the closet. Reach the knee towards the closet. Pull the rest of your body away. Can you, on an inhale, feel the lift? And pull the pelvic floor up, tighten the waistline. That movement in here is vital. And then go ahead, you're gonna come back, pull that hip down. That is sensational. Go ahead and just move in and out, finding that range of motion, okay? The range of motion, this movement for me, yeah, I've got an MRI scheduled this month, so we gotta see what's going on in there. They showed in an x-ray that it's not a torn labrum, which is the lining of the hip socket, and that's kind of what we thought it might be, which that's repairable really easily. They go in and staple it together. But, so I don't know what's gonna go on, so we'll see what's going on. I'm finding that just doing this isn't enough anymore. So I've got to do more. Okay, beautifully done. Pull that hip back down, okay, right. Let's take a twist, let's go this way. Oh wait, we didn't twist here. Let's lift it up. Find your circle. Now, if you have the ability to just circle without, totally fine. If you're like, no, I need help, then use help. Find that range. So this one I can. So what starts to happen for me is the pain starts to, it doesn't really ease anymore. It used to ease and it doesn't now, which is kind of curious, right? And go side to side, right? Find that and then lift it and pull it in as tight as you can. This used to be like a piece of cake and it still is on this left side, but pulling it in is also extremely painful in my head now. Ooh. Yeah. So I don't know. So go ahead, a little bit of side to side movement, pulled in, okay? Lengthen it up, ooh, yeah. And then take, right, and plant.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't get the knee up that far.
Yeah, so you're going to take, move your block over right next to your other foot. And you're gonna put it right here. And then take the knee outside to the wall. There you go. Now you're not putting any pressure on this.
Yeah.
We're twisting this way. One hand here, one hand here. Go long. And then start at the waistline. Okay, feel the ribs, the floating ribs move, and then the ribs, and then the shoulder. Okay, finding that range of motion. Beautifully done. Inhale, lengthen up. Can you, on the exhale, pull the pelvic floor up and feel yourself just get a little stronger? Maybe, even maybe, you can release the hands and stay in the twist. That's total muscle controlling that. And then unwind. Beautifully done. Keeping this here or here, wherever you want. The foot is flexed. Okay, you can be here, here and here. Okay, fine. First waistline, then rib cage, then shoulders twist. Oh, I don't know about you, but I just love twists. Inhale, find that length. Exhale, pull from the pelvic floor. And that's probably going to take you a while practicing, is just lifting that up. Breathe, stretch, lengthen, feel along through the head, through the spine, tighten, breathing, and then lift the hands and see if you can just come back. So you're not slingshotting out. That's using those muscles. Beautifully done. Okay, you're still on the block. Oh, your block fell. Bring this foot here. Bring this foot back. We're going to find our cat-cow. So cat-cow is the spine, but it's the spine goes clear down into the tailbone, guys. That's part of the spine too. This is another one that's just sensational for me. Okay, so up and back. When I do it, there's an ease that comes, but no more does it eliminate the pain, which is making me wonder what's going on. So, hence my appointment. You're doing the other leg. Change legs back. You're still on that side. Yeah, but that's going to go on the block. Yeah, that's what that block's for. There you go. But you're doing all. Now take this knee wide. Just let it go out to the side a little. Now do all this work. Ooh, yeah. Any kind. So any of that movement we want to do. Go ahead and hug it in. Hug it in as close as you can. So after I do the movement, I have more range of motion. That's not painful. So I know it's good. Circle ankles, and then you're going to just straighten. And back, straight. And straight. Yeah. See if you can just do it without. Oh, that muscle, let me. Can you feel it start to go, whoa, and then just hold on again. So, and then bring it down, okay? Using the muscle is the only way to strengthen it. There, I guess, do they still even have them? The little machines that they used to put on muscles that would contract them for you. I remember thinking, that's like very space age. All right, how are we feeling? Can you feel that working the legs has now worked my back? Yeah, you feel that back work. All right. Okay, grab your stick and come to a stand. Let's do some balancing. Balancing with our movement in our legs, okay, and in our hips. You can hold it any way that works for you, okay? Here, off to one side, that's what I prefer. We're gonna do this leg first, okay? So I prefer it off to this side, but you can do it this way too. If that gives you more balance, stability, okay? Try it both ways and just see. Which do I like? Because I'm gonna be lifting this leg. So it's your right leg, other right leg. You can't turn around and find the other right leg. Okay. Yeah, kind of do this. Okay, this is easier than what we just did. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, now go ahead and hold it out. See if you can just find some little lifts. Oh yeah, find that muscle. Woo, baby! Use the stick, push into the ground, flex your foot, point your foot, flex it, and bring it back down and just shake it out. Okay. Can you feel the burn? Okay. That burn is muscle working. If you never feel that burn, those muscles are working, but they're not getting any stronger. Anytime you feel a burn, it is a breakdown and a rebuild, creating stronger muscle. It has to go that way. So move it to the other side, other leg. Okay. Yeah, just pick it up and.
You didn't move your stick to the other side.
I did, didn't I? Oh, was I over here? Okay. You got it. Yeah. Okay. Just finding range of motion. This is working muscle. Okay. When you hold it out, all of a sudden that muscle's like, holy moly, right? And then just lift. Notice if you've got a leg that's weaker. Yeah. Sometimes it's our left side. Yeah, hold it up, hold, and release. And this shake out is important, okay? It really releases. When we do this balance work, one leg and then the other, this is anti-falling, anti-tripping, being able to catch ourselves when we're walking.
Good for all of us.
We need it. And you notice that we start doing it in November, December, because icy roads, walkways are a possibility, okay? I'm not gonna say you won't get injured, that'll prevent injury. I wish I could say that, but I can't, okay? Go back to the first side. So you're gonna stand on the left foot, okay? And you're going to, this time, you're just gonna lift this up and you're gonna take it out to the side and bring it back. Cross it this way. Oh, that's kind of hard. Bring it here, take it out to the side, bring it back, cross it. Bring it here, take it out to the side, bring it back. Just come in and out as your hip allows. Bring it in, take it out, bring it in here, and then bring it down and shake it out. We're gonna do 3 exercises. This is our second. Move. You can move or you don't have to move. If you're okay doing it here, try it, okay? Second leg. Okay, it's lifting up. Now it's going out. It's coming back. It's crossing over. Here, out. So in a regular yoga class, we a lot of times will do this on the floor at the end of class. Okay. Yeah, one more. Out, in, here, back. Ooh, come down. That requires a little bit more. So I want you to think about the hip and this bone, okay? We have moved it up and back, okay, this way. Now we're taking it this way in that socket, okay? Now we're gonna do one more thing. This side. I like to have, when I do this one, I like to be able to lean a little bit more this way. However, when I danced, and I think it's wrong, we were taught to go over and to settle. Don't go over and settle in the hip while you work here. We do this kind of stuff all the time, right? Okay, instead, try to pull up, okay? Like you're putting on pantyhose. I know you guys know just what that feels like, but you're really trying to pull up, okay? Rather than just settle here, you're trying to lift. There will still be some movement over to that side. Take your pole a little wider so that you can push. I don't know, but you need to move your pole move it to your other hand. Yeah, because we're gonna lift here, okay? You've done these. It's going to be here. It's going to be here. Now you're going to go here.
We are?
Yeah. And then bring it in and bring it up and out and here and in. Now we're doing a rotation out and in and here. Now reverse it. Start here. Take it here. Ooh, baby! And bring it back. Drop it down.
Reminds
Here.
me of those oriental dancers.
Yeah. And back. Last one. Here. Lift it up. Turn and release. Ooh, wiggle out.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah. So that is a complete, that's taking that femur and taking it every place it can go. That femur is your thigh bone, moving it. We have muscles that will do all of that work. I talk so that you have a moment to rest. Standing on this leg, hold to that side. Use it so that you can kind of go over there and it can help pull you up, right? Here we go. In, take it wide. Turn and drop. In, up, take it wide. Turn. So look, my foot's higher, right? And drop. I don't know about you, but that's getting in here. Up, turn and drop. Okay, that's why we don't do socks. Okay, stop here. Start here. Take it here. This is the hard, to me, that's one of the hardest, is pulling that in. And then drop. Here it is. You're lifting up. You're rotating it out. You're pulling it in, dropping it down. Here you go. Last one. Up. Turn. Yeah. Feel this rotation and release. Beautifully done. Shake out those legs. You can drop your poles. That's all we need. But aren't you glad we got them? We've tried to do some of this from the stairs. We're not sitting yet. You can feel the work in your hips. I'm distinctly saying I love the work of our hips. I'm not hearing that. Who said that? She's reneging. Okay, come to the back of your mat. We didn't even use our balls today. Oh well. Yeah, it would take forever to do all of our body. Okay. And really, honestly, this kind of movement we can do almost every day. But working individual muscle groups, even weightlifting, okay? You do legs one day, and the next day you do arms. Core is the only muscle. Core is like the heart muscle. It's a striated straight edge, or straight, smooth is what I'm trying to say. Okay, versus your striated muscle that you can only work every other day, okay? So core work we can do every day, okay? Go ahead, take, find that stretch. Wow, what do you feel? Will you go ahead and move? Just do your baby movement here. What feels good? You can bend your knees, guys. You can move one knee. You can move into your hips. You can tuck the tailbone and untuck the tailbone. Find just movement and then hold. Bend those knees. Reach your rear end as far back as you can get it, and then reach your head forward. See if you can pull the shoulders. They might start right up around your ears. See if you can pull them down towards your hips. Now, take a deep inhale. On the exhale, pull the pelvic floor up. Yeah, we do that here too. The core, find the corset. Find that leg and release. And then walk back in. Okay, so we're going to go out. Okay, we're going to inhale and find the length. Then we're going to find the pelvic floor as we exhale. All this corset work, right? And hold. And then we'll release and walk it in. Okay, we're going to do 5 of them. Here we go. Inhale. Does your neck, I feel my neck needs to move a little bit, so move through your neck. Do you know what your body wants? Can you listen, or do you listen? Okay, that takes some work too. Go ahead and stretch back. Find little bent knees, reach the hips back, lengthen forward. Take a deep inhale. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, pelvic floor, low belly, rib cage, holds, and come all the way up. So don't ever hold your breath into any kind of tension in your eyes, temples, forehead, okay? You start to feel that, you're done, okay? Ready? Here we go again. Number 2. Take it back, bend those knees, find length. Inhale, lengthen the body. And that length of the body is just for me a hips reaching back, head reaching forward. And then on the exhale, the pelvic floor lifts, the low belly, the rib cage, find the corset. Oh, just hold for a moment. If you're done holding, then you're walking out. Come all the way up. Take a couple of breaths, roll through your shoulders. Any lightheadedness? Okay. Yes, of course. Close. Come all the way back. Number 3. Bend those knees. Find length in the spine. Inhale. Exhale, the pelvic floor, the rib cage, the belly, the corset. Holding. And walk it back in. If you will honor where your body is right now and work with that breath, you will find that the body can start strengthening. If you go past what you can hold right now, your body will weaken. Okay? So advanced yoga, in my opinion, is knowing, and I have a lot of backing in this, is knowing where am I right now? Where can I hold this? Am I holding too much? So really, really learning to pay attention to what your body is saying. We were never taught that. Okay, in my dancing career, okay, which went into college, it was like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no, take it all the way here, right? Even if your body, and that's not even very far, I can get it up, but you watch and you start to see what happens on the surrounding hips, Number 4, I'm counting. Come back, bend those knees. I try to give you some moments. Reach and lengthen the spine. Can you find the shoulders? Inhale. Exhale, pelvic floor, belly, corset, hold. And then release. Walk it in. Wiggle. We got one more to do. Roll through the shoulders. Beautifully done. Inhale. And then exhale. Notice we just move with our breath. Inhale, lengthen the spine, reach both directions. Take another inhale. And then pull the pelvic floor, feel the low belly, the rib cage, right? The corset, pulling back. Shoulders, can you hold? And then come all. Beautifully done. Take your feet as wide as your chair and just shift your hips side to side, releasing. Maybe you kind of do forward and back, maybe a little figure 8, maybe just this. Just find movement. Bend those knees. Okay, so even if you've got this crazy busy day, hold on to your counter at home, a chair at your dining table, and just get some wiggle. Maybe you put on a really fun song, right? All right, we're gonna come onto our backs. Once you get on your back, start your windshield wipers. Notice how your spine is moving. Put a blanket under your head if you need it. Move your shoes out of the way if they're in the way.
Get down.
I know. Come to the good knee, then to the bad, and the good hip. There you go. Let everything go. And then bend those knees. Plant your feet and just do the twist. So this is just one of the best things we can do. So I also do this first thing in the morning in my bed. I do all of this before I even get out of bed. I don't know if you get out of bed and have to pause and go, oh my gosh, I haven't moved for the night, or at least for a few hours, right? Let the breath, first of all, you just breathe and feel and start moving, and then I start moving with my breath. So the inhale brings the knees up, the exhale takes the twist. The inhale, and let's do an audible twist or an audible exhale. Inhale. Notice how much tension the audible exhale release. You don't do it all the time, but you can do it enough. Take your feet a little bit wider out to the side, maybe a little bit more forward with the feet, and continue the twist. You're going to feel it different in the hips. You'll feel a little bit more of a stretch up across the top of that hip and up the hip socket. You can, or you don't have to, you can leave the head one direction, or you can move it opposite. If you're moving it opposite, you're also stretching out the neck. You're actually wringing out the spine. It's one of the best things you can do. I want you to think when you're on one side, you're going to be compressing liver, kidney, adrenals. When you come to the other side, there's gallbladder. You know, you've got some stomach, some intestine that's getting, it's actually, those are also muscles, guys. And they love help with your digestive system. If I'm constipated, yes, we've talked enough about bodily function today, but if I am, twists are one of the very best things. Yeah, you can take a pill.
Yeah, but body movement's better.
Body movement's better. But sometimes body movement isn't enough, and I understand that. And then go ahead, take a deep inhale and an audible exhale. Stop with your legs up. I'm going to come help you put bolsters underneath, but you're just going to come into your Shavasana. Just let everything go. Grabbing bolsters. Now here's roll. There you go. Nope, a little bit higher. So notice how your body even knows where you want it. You want to leave your head off. Okay. There you go, in here. Okay. You want to feel where you want it. No, I think it's too that way. Is that okay? Yeah. Is that good? You ready? So you got the best bolster. In my opinion. It's harder to move in and out, but I feel like it's one of the best. Feel how that just releases your low back. So in bed at night, I don't know, I don't sleep much on my back. I usually am on the side. But what if you put a pillow under your knees? Under your knees. Yeah. So let it happen. Finding a breath, letting go, and then eventually you really do work to a place where you're not even focusing on your breath. You want to try and relax everything. Your mind will think it's meant to do that. The brain will come up with ideas of things you need to do, of maybe somebody you can share this with, of all sorts of different things, okay? Those are fine, totally fine to do. But at this point, you have the thought and you just kind of go, oh, okay, I'll do that later. I promise it will come back to you. Our body, our mind, our spirit needs stillness. If it's easier for you at home to find stillness in a chair, totally doable. you do want to have an erect spine. So you have to, you can, if it's hard to sit up straight, then you put something behind your spine on the chair to help. You want to make sure if you're seated that your knees are below your hips. And then go ahead and deepen your breath. With that deepening of your breath, you can let your mind engage. In my normal class, like my gentle class, they spend 18 to 20 minutes here. We don't have the time to do that. It's a wonderful place to really let go because we tend to be very task-oriented people. I gotta get done, I gotta get this done, I gotta get this done. Make sure over the holidays, especially when we eat a little bit more rich food, right? We're maybe a little more tired, we're doing more, getting ready for the holidays, parties, that kind of a thing. Make sure you don't forget your spirit, your body, this movement. So before we come out of this, will you find a little bit of movement like a newborn baby again, right? I feel like you're in bed. Just where would the baby go? Oh, the arms might move, the shoulders, right? And then pause again. Take a deep inhale. An audible exhale. And then would you just offer another prayer of gratitude for what your body has done today? It's amazing. And then just on your back, the idea of namaste, bowing to yourself and to others because you see their goodness, their greatness, their divinity, their light. I bow to each of you. Thanks for sharing with me. Namaste.
Namaste.